it's more difficult now to make decisions about how to support your kids. I mean, back in the day, it was, oh, get an RESP account, get grants from the government. But now we're seeing a lot of youth that are finding it hard to find jobs, and a lot of people are staying home longer because they can't buy their own homes. Could you comment a bit about planning around how to make sure that you're properly supporting your children?
Sure. And that was a great point you mentioned is that sometimes people say, well, we'll just do things the way we've been doing. So what's been working in the past may not be working currently and may not work in the future because there's changes to demographics. So kids are spending more time in school. There's being more dependent on their parents for a longer period of time. There used to be a time where somebody at age 27 could save for a down payment and buy a house. That's just simply not the reality in Toronto and larger markets these days. So they need help from their parents. People are retiring earlier, people are living longer. So the same solutions or the rules of thumb that people relied on for so long may not be relevant anymore. And the plan needs to be robust and dynamic to be able to make adjustments for those things. And in terms of supporting children, there's difference in attitudes, of course. Every family, again, is different. A lot of parents we see grapple with, you know, we want the children to be motivated, but we want to help them out. And how do you draw that balance? And how do you make sure they don't get taken advantage of and things like that?
Yeah, it's amazing because and I'm so glad that you said that because, again, going back to the concept of there is no normal family. There are so many different ways to raise your kids, and all of them are right. It's there's people that wanna support their kids from cradle until they have their own children. And then there's people that want to support their kids up to a point, but then they want their kids to be working on their own, that go and make it yourself breeds a more robust individual. Both of those situations are right, and I've seen so many different people, with so many different ways of conceptualizing that. So I'm really, really happy that you mentioned that there's just so many different ways of doing things.